Never been in a call when that happened. Okay, so I guess I'll just start with some questions then, if that's fine with you.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I would like to answer questions.
if you don't mind me asking, would you be comfortable with giving your name? Obviously, you wouldn't want your last name out because you'd be exposed. But I mean, first name is like if I had your first name, it would be more like humanizing. Like if I just called you Floofer, it's just you know.
My name is Alex.
So your name is coincidentally the exact same as Aluzky's, like the first name.
Yeah,
Okay. Um, what is your age roughly, if you don't mind me asking? I mean, you could just give a rough, like, number.
21.
Okay. Now I'm going to start asking some a bit harder questions. How many people would you say you've been with? Because you've said you've done like in a like a range between 5 and 14, which I mean we'll get to that later. But how many? A rough
I
estimate would be fine. Oh, sorry.
I I don't count it. I don't count that stuff.
Okay, but if you could make an estimate,
Maybe 10,
right? Okay.
20,
Um,
maybe.
in in the masses of paragraphs you've wrote, like, is there anything that you've ever said that you regret?
Yes.
Would you like to elaborate on that?
No.
How come?
It's too much to say.
I mean, is it because you made fun of me for stuttering, uh, and then in our private DMs you said that the stutter was quote cute
It
or
is.
adorable? Okay, whatever. Just to clarify, I am in a relationship and wouldn't date you even if you were the last person on the planet.
2.
Hmm?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Um, okay, here's a good one. Are you actually autistic?
Yes.
See, the reason why I'm asking is, as a as someone with autism, autistic people tend to have higher higher amounts of like empathy and can read people's emotions better. And you said you entirely lack it, so that's what kind of brought about the question. Because I don't get how you could be autistic and entirely lack emotion.
Well, I don't know how to respond to that. It's, you know, like,
Right. See, I mean, it is entirely possible that like autistic people can't like they won't have emotion. It's just I just wouldn't think it would be likely. Anyways, in your current bio, you said that you live in Delaware, and well, a lot of people say that's just you trying to like trick people because your past username was Cali Dog or something, and Cali is like the shortened term for California. So I was just wondering if you were just trying to trick people or you're just I don't know.
I wouldn't put my location in my name.
Yeah, I gathered that. It's just like um, it's just why lie about it in the first place? Just why even bring it up? Because pretty much, like, I know,
I'm
like,
lying about it.
but you said you wouldn't tell people where you live, but you say you live in Delaware.
I changed my mind.
What do you mean you changed your mind? Like, you just decided, oh, after I put in my bio, I live in Delaware, I moved? Like, I don't know. Like, that just doesn't seem logical.
No,
That's not really a response, but okay, moving on. Um, when you said in that one Aluzky video, you said you were a better Aluzky. Can you clarify what that means in the sense of being better than him? Because
better in the sense that I am more intelligent and less people hate me.
I think you'll come to find more people hate you. I mean, sure,
Only if they hate me.
even zoophiles hate Aluzky, but I've seen so many people hate on you in both mine and Rince's and moment of sanity's like comment sections. No one's even sticking up for you. At least with Aluzky, he has some people, despite the fact they're probably fake accounts. Like, no, I've not seen a single person root for you.
I have.
You have. I'm sorry.
I
What
have seen people like me. They like
are you using some form of like text to speech or something? Because it's your responses just kind of sound a little robotic in a sense.
I know.
Okay. Um. Okay, but in these big statements, is everything you said true? Like, for instance, the one that was used in the first rinse video. Um. Like, like you said that you didn't care if you like did the children, like their screams you're just fine with.
I still I I still don't care. I'm not going to say anything because I don't know if people will believe me.
Right. Sorry. Can you repeat that? I got distracted.
I wouldn't want to cause anything I don't want to cause.
What don't you want to cause?
It would be a lot of unnecessary things.
You're not really making sense. Are you trying to say that? I don't really know what you're trying to say.
Hmm.
Yep, that's definitely an articulate response. Um. Okay. In the statement, you said a 5-year-old was the youngest you've been with. Is that true?
Not, not for long.
Jesus Christ. Like, um. How can you? What? So I'm really just trying to wrap my head around this. How do you like? What in your mind thinks? Oh yes, child. Like, I know you don't care like,
I
about
don't,
people's
I don't know.
feelings, but
I don't know.
like, were you not loved as a child? Were you neglected? Were you were you like not the favorite or something? I'm really just trying to figure out what went wrong.
Even if it was true, I don't remember anything about that. I don't
About your,
know.
about your childhood? You don't remember your childhood? And you're
I
21.
don't. I don't. I don't know anything like that.
Okay. Um, I'm just really trying to get, because you've said so many things. Is like really trying, like, from when you first came to my comment sections, you were, you seemed more like an Aluzky clone, and up until you saying you were a paedophile, you didn't, like, you were like practically the same person.
I don't think so.
Okay, so you're saying coming out of nowhere and like coming to my comment sections and then like trying to be
We're
all
similar,
smart,
but we're
which,
not the same. We would
yeah,
never be the same.
I recognize that now, but you're trying to say that you randomly come into my comment section and then trying to be all smart and then eventually going on the big like rant and stuff and saying you will never be caught and stuff. You're saying that isn't similar to Aluzky.
I don't think I will be caught because I haven't been caught.
Well, that's like someone saying like, "Oh, I won't be caught cheating on a test because I haven't been caught yet." Like your logic isn't exactly like you will be caught. Like
I don't know
people,
that yet. I can't say I know that because I don't, and I wouldn't care.
you wouldn't care if you were caught.
No,
Or is this because you think prison is such a like a pleasant paradise for you or something?
maybe.
How can you say maybe? It's kind of a yes or no answer.
Well, you could say I've always dreamed of something like that, but I never thought of it as a paradise.
So you're saying you just enjoy it, you wouldn't see it as heaven or something? I'm using heaven in the figurative sense, not in the literal sense.
That's probably what it is.
Right, and also there was this one thing I saw on Vince's stream yesterday, I think it was. So someone in his Discord, they said like they were 15 years old. You claim to be a 14-year-old girl, right?
I can't talk about that because it
I
would
mean,
cause too much to happen.
what do you mean too much to happen?
Stuff that I do not want to happen.
As in, like pictures of your lower regions getting sent out? Because newsflash, it's already
Those aren't
happened.
mine. They are mine.
In Vince's dream, it was yesterday. Like someone in his Discord said that yeah, you were talking to them, and then at one point you sent a picture of your like genitals.
It wasn't mine.
It wasn't yours, even though it was your account.
Yeah, it was
Aha.
someone else's.
So you
That is why
so
I did
that
not want it to be shown. Because I did not think that people would want to see that and think it was me. But it just is unfortunate.
well, I've got another thing for you. I've also seen another screenshot from I think they go by Alice. You also sent them a picture of
I
your
know, of course
genitals.
you did. I know that one. I know that one. That one is mine. That is mine.
Huh. So you're hmm. So I'm guessing you're only denying that one because that one was 15 and Alice's. I think she said she was 19, 20 or something.
Man, I I don't know how to answer that.
Well, I mean, in the same comment section where you said you'd imagine them naked, right? I remember you saying that. She explicitly said that she was 19.
Imagine who naked?
Alice, they go by Alice. That's their like YouTube like channel
Oh,
name.
oh,
Pink
oh,
profile.
yeah,
Oh, you remember now?
I remember.
Yeah. Well, you sent them a picture, but of course you're denying it to a not sending stuff to a 15-year-old. Which I mean, like you said, you were a 14-year-old girl, and then you sent a picture of your penis.
I didn't send it to. I
Look, it's the
I only
exact
sent.
same account. You don't have to lie. It was the exact same ad that I added you from.
So basically, what had happened was I got
You're gonna say you're
nudes
hacked?
from a minor, and I used it to make one of my friends mad because I was mad at them. I did not think they were going to send a minor's nudes in the
From
stream,
your
but those are
account.
not mine. Those are not mine.
So you're saying that from this same Discord account we're talking on, the exact same one, they sent well from your account at least a picture of someone's genitals was sent to both two people
They thought
involved
it
with
was
Rinse.
they thought it was my nudes, but it was not. It was a minor's nudes, and they posted it in the stream for everyone to see that.
But it was from your account. Why would the fact that you even had a minor's nudes in the first place? That's
Of course, I
just
had them.
Jesus Christ. Like, why? You do realize if
It
you
was
ever
just.
were to get caught, you would
It was.
the amount of evidence you'd have.
It was. It was. It was just for a day.
You know, it's kind of funny. You made fun of me for stuttering, yet just then you stuttered. I just, you know, I just think about that.
I did change my mind about it
Yes, but you said that because you wanted to be a creep, not because you had a very, very sudden change in pace.
It sometimes I just don't know what to say. That's why I do prefer reading from a script.
I mean, you don't post videos. Even when I explained, I don't
I
use
will
a
post
script.
videos soon. Maybe I will
Right,
post one on my birthday.
right. Just so you're aware, the YouTube's term of agreements don't allow you to post like that kind of adult content that you enjoy. So don't post it. Also,
That is exactly why I do not have any videos.
because the only thing you would post would be child stuff.
Possibly.
Why aren't you giving the straight answers? You're just saying possibly to just not incriminate yourself. Like
Because it's
people
something that I
already,
do not know. I don't know everything.
but it's about yourself.
Sometimes
Like,
sometimes I get things wrong.
okay, well, you also said on Rince's stream you would buy CP, I'm assuming you know what that means, from Aluzky. Do you want to, like, talk about that, or are you just going to say you don't know?
I wouldn't buy CP from him because I would rather have it for free.
Of course you'd say that. I mean, why, how do you even get in contact with, like, the people you, like, assault?
That's something that I don't think I could say.
How come? I mean, you said before you don't mind going to prison.
It's not about that.
Then what is it about?
I can't say.
Why can't you say?
I can't tell you that.
You sound like this has to be. Are you like an AI or something? Because you're giving very robotic responses.
You are too.
No, I'm not. I'm really not. Like you're just. Your voice is the exact same tone. Like it genuinely just
That's
sounds like you're using a text to speech.
that's that's just how my voice is.
Sure. Do you want to go over any of the stuff that you've said in our DMs?
Um, sure,
Okay.
we could do that. I want to do that.
Okay. You want to, right? You said that you were, quote, in love with me. Want to clarify that?
Well, it's weird to talk about because usually when I fall in love, it's not. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not the normal kind of love. It's something that I don't have all the time.
How would you describe said feeling?
Like like a fake feeling, but it's a good one.
Right. Can you elaborate on that further?
I don't think I could do that. I don't understand some of my feelings.
Right, but okay. I'll ask it in a different way. Um, when you say you have these feelings, how would, like, cool sense? How do you feel?
I don't know. I don't.
Right. Okay. You're not really given very straight answers.
I couldn't give you a straight answer if I wanted to.
Right. But if you could give like a simple answer, yes or no, from what you said when you said you were in love, like I'm quoting it, would you like? Do you still believe in said statement?
Yes,
Right. Okay. And just to clarify for the viewers, I am 17 years old and I'm straight and have a girlfriend. So, and by the way, even though I said I'm straight, you still continue to say stuff.
I know.
Right. So you intentionally kept saying stuff even though it was uncomforting and just like random.
Uh, yeah.
So do you not see any issue with that?
No.
Right. Okay. You you just out of curiosity, did you watch the majority of Rince's stream yesterday? Because you were muted. Because Rince just doesn't really care about you.
Of course I watched the whole thing. I was in the server. I did not care for what he had to say about me. I was trying to stop my friend from posting child nudes in the chat.
Okay, there's something I want to clarify. I may have been wrong, but the person that you sent these stuff to, I don't think it was to the channel. I think, like from what I watched, it was a screen share, like from a direct DM, not to Rince.
Hmm? I I don't know what you mean.
Okay, so on Discord, you can share your screen. So, for instance, I could show you what I couldn't see on my phone, and someone in the call Rince was in, they shared their screen and showed your DMs, and they showed the picture. I mean, they accidentally showed the picture you sent to the miner.
Which one?
I, for the life of me, cannot remember their name. I wasn't given 100% attention to it.
No, which picture was sent?
Well, I didn't get a chance to see it, but I'm assuming it was a picture of your junk.
Well, it most likely is not mine, but I wouldn't know because I was not there.
But you said you were trying to stop the photo being sent, so how can you say you weren't there?
I couldn't stop it.
What do you mean
I
you
was
couldn't
there for a
stop it?
short amount of time, but I was banned.
Oh, you're on about the stream.
I was banned from the stream and the server.
Right, okay. So clearly we've gotten a bit confuddled. Um, so what I was talking about was, like, on the stream near the end, someone in a call Rince was with, they showed their screen, and then you sent a picture of your lower regions to the miner.
Are you talking about Alice?
No, Alice isn't a miner. In fact,
Then I
that
don't
was
think
after
it's
the
mine.
point.
Then I don't think
Well,
it's mine.
but it was from this account. That's how I found your account.
I know I don't only send my nudes. I send other people's too.
So you decided to send inappropriate photos of someone else for a miner.
Yeah,
Can't tell which is worse. Mostly you wouldn't be able to because you're just a strange person. Actually, strange doesn't even cover it. You're just nuts.
I don't think anyone could describe me.
Uh, I mean, I know what I'd prefer to happen to you: be put in a straitjacket for the rest of your life.
Who knows what will happen?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe one day you get a bullet put in your head, or maybe you'll be beaten up, or maybe you'll be poisoned. I mean, I'll be happy with either, just as long as you're gone.
I wouldn't know that either.
What? How you'd go, or in other terms, die. I just want to clarify. I do not like you. Like, I have
If
the.
I would die, I do not know what I would want. I don't care about dying. I want to have a good life, not a good death.
But to you, you said that, right, based on of your beliefs, you say that, like, nothing matters, so why even bother trying to have a good life?
Because if I were to choose a bad life, then I don't think I could do anything that I wanted to. I want to do things. I do not have a reason to, but I still want to do things. I know it doesn't make any sense, but that's because this world does not make sense. It's too complicated for me to explain how I feel about it.
Right, you do realise that laws and just and that kind of stuff, they help make the world make sense, and you doing what you do makes everything lose sense.
Because you're trying to bring sense into something that does not have sense in the first place. It is going to be an unfair mess.
What's going to be an unfair mess? Life? I don't know what you're on about.
I'm talking about laws. I do not think that laws should exist.
But laws are what build the foundations of the world. It's not. It's how like society is built. It's how like hospitals and stuff exist.
That
Like,
doesn't mean it can't change.
well, without laws, taxes won't be paid. Therefore, hospitals will go out of business or have to become private. And that way, everywhere across the world, no one apart from billionaires would like. I mean, actually, no. Billionaires would probably be robbed. Like, if they kept their money in banks without any laws, they'd have all that money stolen. So everyone would be poor, and then everyone would die. So that means no one can have a good life.
I don't agree. I think that everyone would be able to have a good life, but it just depends on who the person is. I know that I would have a good life, but that is just me. I don't have anything else to say about it.
Right. Okay. And I feel like this what I'm going to say will be fair. Do you have any questions for me about me, or let's just say even like any of the servers that I'm on that involve like anti-zoophilia and stuff?
I have a question for you.
Go ahead. I can't guarantee I'll give you an answer, but go ahead.
Do you think that dogs can consent outside of sex?
I mean, it kind of depends on the complexity of what it is. Belly rubs, like, sure, like, but that's. I mean, they can't really consent to be being neutered and stuff. They
Then
can't
I
consent
want
to
to
be being
ask you a
put down.
question. I want to ask you a question. If
Okay,
they can consent to that stuff, I want to ask, how do you know?
how do I know? Well, the. I mean, if someone just neuters their dog for just because they don't want to have puppies, they're making a choice for the dog to benefit them. It's the same. It's in the same sense that you choose to do your dog. Well, if you do a dog, you do it for you. You don't do it for the dog.
I don't think
And
you're looking at it the right way. I'm trying to ask if a dog can consent to another dog, or to belly rubs, or anything other than the sex. Then I want to ask, how would you know that?
well, they can't really dogs just act on their basic instinct. In fact, the only there's a very select
Humans
few
act
out
on their
there.
instinct too. Instincts can be either simple or complicated. This
Yes,
doesn't affect any ability to consent because consent is a thing for all creatures.
right. Before you interrupted me, I was about to say there are very few amount of animals actually use consent, and I don't see why you're bringing this up, considering you don't care about it. Like, you acknowledge about consent, yet you don't care for it.
Do you think
Like,
that you have to be intelligent to consent?
I mean, there's different types of intelligence: emotional, like like physical. There's like each of them have their own individual factors. That factors like physical maturity, that that is different between the two sexes.
I want
For
you to
instance,
give what what definition would you say that consent is? What would define consent to me?
when someone gives they allow someone or some they allow someone to do something when they're aware of what they're doing. It's part of the reason why, if people are drunk or drugged or something, they can't consent.
Okay, so intelligence doesn't factor into it then.
Well, yeah, it does.
Only
I just
knowledge
meant
does,
that.
because intelligence and knowledge are not the same thing. To be aware of
Intelli-
something, you have to know about it. It's not related to intelligence.
Intelligence is built upon knowledge. I've told you this before. It's the I'm pretty sure that's the definition. I could be wrong.
Yes, I know. I'm saying that anyone who is really dumb could probably learn a thing or two. This is what I'm talking about. As in, dogs can't consent with each other despite their low intelligence. And this is only possible because they have knowledge of it, which I think means it is also possible for humans to have knowledge of it since they are more intelligent than dogs. So it should be easier for them to understand.
You also ignored what I said earlier. Physical maturity. Like, do you even take that into consideration?
Adult dogs are physically mature and mentally mature.
For other dogs, not for humans. If animals were able, if animals were meant to do it with people, then why can't they crossbreed or something? And why do the difference in chromosomes exist?
They're not meant to.
Well, it's biology. You can't really argue with that. The only way that the chromosome level is different is if it's an entirely different species or if it's got Down syndrome.
I think that if the dog is not hurt or traumatized, I do not see a problem with it. You can say that it is being manipulated, but I honestly do not see a problem with manipulation either because it can be used positively as well.
I mean, can you elaborate on that? Because I disagree.
As in, if someone was to trick you, but that ends up in a good result.
That doesn't really make sense. Manipulation is altering someone for your benefit or for their disbenefit. No one manipulates someone to benefit them. That doesn't happen.
It does happen because if you are not aware of how to make things better, then manipulation could help.
That's not what, you're not making sense. Manipulation is to like change someone for your benefit, so they
But
do what you want.
everyone changes every time something is said. Everyone changes. Everything changes.
There's a difference between influencing and manipulating. Influence is often not like intentional, whereas manipulation is an intentional act.
I don't know, but I know that it can be harmless. If you want to say that manipulation is bad, even if it's harmless, then I do not have an argument for you.
Well, I mean, I guess there's nothing else I can say on that either. So there was one thing I wanted to ask you, like one more thing. Could you explain to the audience like the things that you mentioned in your bio? So your paedophilia, zoophilia. I think you mentioned your nihilism, uh, and your necrophilia. You don't really talk about that.
The reason I don't talk about things like that is because it's I could go into detail about it, but I don't know if that would be a good idea.
And why is that?
Like I have uh fantasies.
Right. And you do realise that with the people you communicate with online, they can take a screenshot and then send it to other people.
They
So
already have.
exactly. So why bother covering it up if it's already out there?
I don't try to cover it up. When people say I am covering it up, they are misunderstanding me. I do not do things to hide myself. I do things because I it makes me happy. I'm not scared. I'm uncomfortable
Uncomfortable with what? Like
with
expressing
certain
yourself?
things. It doesn't factor into how much attention I'm getting or if I get caught. That doesn't matter to me.
Okay, so what you're saying is you don't want to talk about it, even though other people know about it.
Yeah,
So people have just a vague idea of what you're in, so they think they what different people can theorize different things. Yeah,
I
even
just think that if I were to say the specifics on those sort of things, I don't know if it would turn out the way I want it to.
I mean, as you said before, you've not been caught, and you even said you've got a VPN and an IP like cloaking some like
Hmm.
like if you've already taken such precautions, you don't need to like be so. I guess like you don't have to cover it up, especially seeing as you've already like people already know, so you might as well just say it.
Okay, what do you want me to say?
Well, I mean, you said you're a necrophile, yet you never once debated it once.
I I did debate it a few times.
Oh yeah, sorry, I just remembered. But you rarely bring it up, just mainly because people just focus on the whole paedophile bit, which
That's true.
I don't think there's anything
It's
else more that can be
common
said
to a lot of
considering.
people. That's what I don't like when people try to focus on one thing about someone and they don't even consider the other things that they might be into. It just doesn't make sense for that to happen, in my opinion, because it doesn't really matter what I do, because I'm sure that there would be someone out there who supports something else that I do. But they don't care about that part about it.
Right, okay. But but you say in your bio that you're a necrophile, but there's no other there's no prominent necrophiles. And I mean, I'm convinced just saying that to get a rise out of people. I'm 95% of the things you say, I'm convinced you just say it to get a rise out of people.
I said that I was a necrophile because of, well, I am a zoo sadist, which I I like it when things get hurt, but I don't like. I would I would masturbate a few times to corpses.
Why would you do that?
Only animal corpses.
Right, but why would you do that?
Because I wanted to pleasure myself.
Right, okay. Uh, also, you said you liked lolly, which I'm given to understand is like inappropriate art about
I
children.
didn't I didn't say I liked it. I said that I supported it. I don't go out of my way to find it usually, but I whenever I do find it, it's nice. It's pretty cute.
How can you think it's cute? It's a child. What? How? I genuinely think you should get a brain scan done because there must be
A lot of
severe damage.
a lot of people think that children are cute. It's just that, well, I think they're extra cute.
Yeah, you're just. You think they're cute in the wrong sense.
I think they're cute in all senses.
Of course you do. Right, is there anything else you wanted to ask me?
I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
What would you do if what would you do if you were a pedophile?
Wait, so you're asking me a question where I'd entirely change my motives? Or would I be like you? Would I know that I'm doing bad? Like, do I still have a moral complex? Like, your question is quite vague. If it
I know
was
that's
me,
the point. That's the
if it
point.
was
I'm asking you if you were like me, but not exactly like me. What would you do if you were in my shoes?
in your shoes, well, I'd go to the police, confess my crimes, and then, but just before doing that, with your YouTube channel, I would say that I'd go to the police. That I was going to the police, and then I would turn myself in, and then I would just spend the rest of my life in prison if I were you. But if I
Would you
had,
like to be punished?
I mean,
Would you
do
enjoy being
I
punished?
wouldn't, I myself don't see the pleasure aspect of pain. However, like, if I was in your shoes and realized I was doing wrong, I would, I would rather just stabbed, or if I wasn't put in like the public part and was put in the protected class, I would just rot in myself and just regret every action because I would realize that paedophilia is a horrendous crime. But obviously, you wouldn't recognize that because you lack morals.
Okay, so that's what I thought you were going to say. I wanted to just say that I think that I will be caught. and so I don't see a reason to confess. I don't see a reason to go to the police and tell them all that because it would be a waste of my time.
I mean, you said that you'd go. I think you said you'd go on a spree or something like that. You said you'd enjoy it. Like, would you? Like, you? How would you say that you? It would be a waste of time.
I'd I'd make the most out of my situation. It's not that I want to go to prison. It's just that I don't. I, I, I guess I do kind of want it, but not in a not in a good, like, I don't know. It's I don't know.
I'm gonna say something, right? So, an often response to people like against paedophilia, they say it's wrong and stuff, which I entirely agree with. But they don't really just say a reason; they just say it's just because of their moral beliefs. I have a more like personal reason. I was never really like not by another adult. I mean, actually, one time I was, I want to say, I was 10 or 11. I was groomed on YouTube, and I experienced a very verbally abusive childhood from people like adults, and I didn't enjoy that in the slightest. And to think that people like yourself like to physically do it, like you physically and mentally affect them. Not only do I think that's like disgusting, I think it's diabolical. Like you
Mo-
shoot.
Most of the time, people do not think that the children are being hurt. Pedophiles do not want to hurt children most of the time. They just love them, but they end up hurting them because of that love. But for me, I don't care if people are hurt. I don't really care about that stuff. But for other people, I could at least say that they don't have bad intentions. At least I don't think they do.
Well, to be fair, Aluzky says he doesn't intend to do it, which doesn't take away from the fact that you are hurting them. Like you acknowledge that you do hurt them. In fact, you said you enjoyed doing the R word, and you enjoyed their screams.
Yeah, that was a bit of a lie. I mean, I don't. I do like. I like it when people scream, but it's not. It's not like, I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes, like, I don't really have empathy, but if someone else is screaming or crying, that might get me to cry. It wouldn't get me to care really, but it's, I guess
So you
it's just kind of an
do
annoying
have
thing.
so you do have empathy. That's like literally if you see something bad happen to someone and you have an emotional response, that is empathy. You said you don't
I
have empathy, and then you
I
followed by saying you have emotion.
see. I don't know how to describe it. That's the problem with it. I don't see. I couldn't explain it to you if I wanted to. That's I don't really know.
You seem to not know a lot.
That's true.
Right. Well,
But
this has been
I think I'm getting better at it.
what understanding your feelings.
No, I'm getting better at not having empathy.
So, you not only do you acknowledge that you like you have some empathy, you do the psychotic thing and choose to try rid yourself of empathy.
You could say that. It's just, well, it it, it was kind of, I don't know. It was the last time I remember feeling empathy was maybe 10 years ago. I don't know.
Right, and would you elaborate what causes said empathy?
Well, it's strange because I don't have empathy when it comes to things like death or rape or murder or anything. I don't have empathy for that, but I might have empathy for other things.
Such as like
It's
like people crying, people stubbing their toe. Like I don't.
not just them crying, but I guess it's I I don't feel bad for anything that I do, but
You feel bad for things other people do.
yeah, I guess you could say that. But that I don't remember having it. I don't remember feeling that way for a long time, and I plan on never feeling it again.
Do you realize empathy is a good thing? Like caring for people. Like it's
I don't want
it
it
can.
because the things I want to do require less empathy to do it. Empathy would get in the way of what I want. This is why I'm trying to get rid of it.
Right, so you acknowledge, you do realize your autism is going to make what you've just said extremely hard.
Yeah, but I don't think it'll be impossible because, like I said, I, I, I've only felt it since I was like 12, maybe 11.
Right. So you acknowledge that you want to do something, but your own empathy, like the tiniest amount you have, is like you I'm guessing you worry it like you're gonna just stop doing it or something.
You could say that, but I honestly think that I've reached my goal. I didn't think I was going to do it, but I think I did. I think I got rid of all my empathy.
Right. I don't think I'll ever understand why you don't want empathy. Like I know someone who doesn't really have a whole lot of empathy, and they want empathy. Like like they saw someone unconscious on the floor, and they didn't care, and they know that they should care, and they want to care, but like you know,
I guess you could say I care a little, but it's not in 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 a sad kind of way. I would I, I would I would usually just get turned on by that stuff.
right. But I'm sorry. This is. Sorry. Could you re-say that? My brain is like you've said so much in the past almost hour-ish. Actually, it's just about to be an hour. But you've said so much. Like it's like I personally don't understand how you can just have zero, like
I know, I know.
null.
It's because you're not me.
Right. I won't ever understand you. You won't ever understand me.
Yes,
But but the thing is, at least I'm trying to again get an understanding. You just like with all your victims, you just do them and then that's it. You don't
I
like.
couldn't understand if I wanted to. Nobody could prove to me anything I don't already know, unless it is something I know that was a mistake. I don't know, but I
Okay,
just
I've
don't
got a
think
bit.
that anyone could say that I'm wrong about any of this
Like
because they wouldn't know how it feels.
I've got a bit of a tricky question. Why do you want to do it? Like, what drives you to want to just do this stuff? Because you say that, like, your own like your physical self, like, your natural, like, way of thinking clearly like it prevents you from doing this. Why would you want to do it? Like, if your body is giving you signs you shouldn't do it.
If I had to give an answer, I guess it would be that I I just feel a certain feeling. It feels like it's it's meant to be.
So you think just like what you do, you just think it's okay to do? Like, you just think even though
I
your
think
own body is
it's
giving you
already set in stone. I think it's already been I think it's already been there. It's already happened. It's already set in stone for me. It's already all planned out for me.
but you practically force yourself to do this. Like, you're not like you literally said that your what's it called? Like, your like you said, you have empathy and you worry that it would like you don't want it affecting to do what you want to do, but you
I
haven't really.
don't have it anymore, but yeah. So what I so what I guess what I mean is I would feel sad for myself. I don't like it when I do things that I don't want to do because sometimes I uh, do things that I didn't want to do in the first place.
Wait, sorry, could you like just repeat that, but with just the essential bits? I can't really recall what you
Sometimes
just said.
sometimes I do things that I did not want to do in the first place.
So you didn't like you weren't born this way. You intentionally chose to go against your natural instincts.
I don't know because I wasn't diagnosed until uh like a year ago or so.
So clearly, you must still have some empathy, because like that's a big part of autism. Like, you can notice emotions like quite well. Social cues not as well. I tend to not be able to tell sarcasm from time to time, which is why I stated whenever I made a when we had our DMs when I said sarcasm in brackets, I knew you were autistic, so I thought I'd elaborate and just add that.
I didn't need it.
So
I'm smart enough to know that.
sarcasm doesn't really require intelligence,
You don't
like,
need to
to
tell me.
understand it.
It doesn't matter if you're being sarcastic.
Right. I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. I said, like, I added the sarcastic bit because no matter how smart someone is, they may not be able to tell autism, not autism, like sarcasm.
Isn't that what Aluzky does?
What you mean, like, entirely misunderstand sarcasm?
Because they don't do that. They don't do what you're doing.
What do you mean? Aluzky doesn't use sarcasm. I don't really
Never mind.
think he.
Never mind. You are misunderstanding me. It's never mind.
But just Just re-say what you just said.
It's not important.
Right. Well, the thing is, like, I know, like, there's, I think, have you watched The Big Bang Theory? This is, I'm using this as an explanation point.
What?
There's this TV, okay, I'll just explain anyways. There's this TV program called The Big Bang Theory, and one of the main characters is, like, their IQ is, like, in the 180s or something like that. Anyways, they're extremely smart, and, like, they're scientists and stuff, yet they cannot, like, they had, like, over 12 years of practice, and they still struggle to, like, detect sarcasm. With autism, you can't, like,
Isn't
it's hard, like, it's
sarcasm
not like
about
this
the
is,
tone of the voice?
huh?
Sarcasm is either the tone of the voice or the context of the situation. It's very easy to tell.
Not for everyone. I often struggle with detecting sarcasm.
I don't think I've ever struggled with that before.
Right, you're making me think less and less that you actually are autistic. Have you even been, like, were you properly tested? Like, or did you just do some random online test?
I don't know if all autistic people are the same. Maybe I don't have autism, but that is what I was diagnosed as. So
Like, clinically? Like, from a medical professional?
I would assume so.
Like, was it face to face? Was it online?
It wasn't. I, I wasn't the one there.
Right. So, how can you be diagnosed with autism if you're not there to be tested? That doesn't make sense.
I didn't think it made sense either. I don't know. That's why I said I didn't know, but I thought I, I thought it might be true, so I didn't want to leave anything out.
Right. I think you should be retested because you clearly, like, you're showing signs of like, you're not showing many signs of autism. Like, you
I
say
thought
that
I did.
like, like, you're not really showing any signs. Like, you just, I wouldn't say you're autistic, I'd just say you're psychotic. Like, let's look through what you've, said to me. Let's go from the very, very beginning. I'm just scrolling. Oh, actually, no, I'll just look here. You decided to, send me you asked me if I wanted to see a picture of your cat's, like, privates. And then, frankly,
They look really good.
just
It's
anyways,
it's
I,
tasty.
you know what else is tasty? Cyanide, you should have some.
I don't
And,
have any.
okay, try mixing, ammonium, ammonia powder with, bleach. It's a very pleasant smell. Anyways, uh, I don't get what's so funny. Do you understand what I just said?
Yeah,
Right. Anyways, you decided to send me a video which I didn't watch. It's just based off of the title. Sawed up a live puppy and fed it to a dog. Why
I
the
think
hell
that
would...
you should watch it. You should watch it before
And
you
I
say
think...
anything about it.
I think you should lie down on a railroad track, but here we are.
Well, if you don't watch it, then you're judging a book by its cover.
I mean, I don't need to watch it. It's the title itself. It is not a pleasant thing to... Like, the title itself... Like, you can say I'm just judging a book by its cover, but the video itself would be disgusting. Like, if you went onto Reddit or something
I
and it
think
would just
you.
say, like, that wouldn't be a pleasant video.
I think it's really, really. I think it's really sexy. I think it's really hot.
I can tell, as you said, well, I'm gonna quote this. You said you literally nutted to that one several times. You
I would
freak of
love to.
nature.
I would love to fuck with a headless dog. Hello.
So it's just, you just disgust me to an incredible amount. Like, what goes through your mind to think that you just say that, like, I'm a minor.
I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was obvious.
You thought what was obvious?
Because I'm a necrozoo.
Right. I mean, as, like, you only elaborated on that on this call, and, like, what's it like?
I've
Why did you
I've
record
like
it?
I kind of like I really like I I really like when they bleed.
Jesus Christ! Like, why? I don't even think there's any understanding to it. Like,
I
you say
I
so
really
many
like.
and do so many weird stuff. You you
I
sent the
just
video of you licking your microphone.
I just really like the gory stuff.
There's gore, and then there's what you just said.
Yeah, I like it.
Right. Okay. So you're just so disgusting. Like, you
It's
don't
like if I
understand.
could take 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 the insides out, or the guts out, or the brains out. That would be, and I would put it on my dick.
So you do remember this is being recorded,
Yeah, I remember that. I know.
right? Okay, right.
I'm thinking about it right now. It's making me masturbate.
You're kidding. You're not doing it this very second.
Yeah, I am.
I hate you with every fibre of my being. I often say I'm not mad, which, by the way, I'm not. You genuinely disgust me. Like, you, I, I mean, how do I even know you're doing what you're saying you're doing? Like, like, you're just quiet.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, for all I
Yeah,
know, you could be lying.
sorry about that.
Sorry about what?
I just, I, I got too excited.
Right. I mean, it doesn't matter if you apologize. You still just did what you just said.
A little. Uh, I think forgiveness is important.
I thought, what, are you now Christian or something? Like,
Who?
Listen, I don't care about forgiveness. I generally don't care. Like, if it's over something like small and insignificant, sure. But over what you just did, I'm not gonna forgive you. And highlight the fact that you just said that in the video. Like, you're a disgusting human being. Like, if it meant that you wouldn't live anymore, I would go to jail. I would go through whatever it would take to make sure you're dead. But you disgust me so much. The hell are you doing?
Uh, I
You gonna finish what you were saying?
sorry.
What? Were you saying sorry for going quiet?
No, um I'm
I don't know what.
just thinking about the tomorrow.
Oh crap, it's your butt. No, oh yeah, I just remembered you said you were going to be with a child or something.
It's not just any child. It's for my birthday.
For your birthday, you should take a solid dose of ricin.
My birthday is tomorrow.
You know, I don't care. Like, I honestly couldn't. Like, I genuinely think I'd care more about, like, the colour of my walls more than your birthday. Because we're just. The hell was that noise? The hell are you doing?
That was me.
Yeah, I know that was. You're
Yeah.
doing. What are you meowing? Jesus Christ.
Thinking about my good kitty.
You're thinking about your what?
My kitty.
I'm thinking about putting a bullet in your head. Anyways, I'm done talking to you. Uh, I don't like you. I wish
Goodbye.
the worst. I wish the worst for you. Jesus Christ, that was that was rough. Um, I'm pretty sure he was fiddling. Um, I need a minute. This guy is so much worse than Aluzky. I actually. Oh my god.